Hey everybody, how's it going? Kyle here with another lesson, and today we're going to be doing Amazing Day. And before I begin, I just want to say this is not the Charlottesville acoustic version. This is just the album version. I may do the other acoustic version in the future, but for now I just want to focus on the album version as it has some really awesome piano in there. That being said, this first part is going to be about the intro, the main riff, and then part of the verses. So play the intro for you, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Sounds like that. So I'll start with the left hand. The left hand's going to be playing C, F, A. Second chord, it's going to play C, F, G. So you're just going to move the A down to G. So C, F, A, C, F, G. The left hand's going to be just pretty much bouncing. We're playing it 6 times, I believe, each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, right hand is just going to be 2 chords. It's going to be A, C, F. Then move here a little bit. You're going to play G, C, E. Just moving those 2 notes, A and F, down 1 white key to G and E. Keep the C. A, C, F, G, C, E. In the right hand, you're going to play that on the, if you're doing the counting 6 thing, you're going to play it on 1 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So pretty much just on the first chord on the first time, and then the last right before you transition. Just like that, you'll play that 4 times, and we're going to go into the main riff, which sounds like this. Alright, so before I teach you that, I'm going to say a few things real quick. So for the album version, this part is played actually an octave higher, right around up here. If you listen to the album version in the instrumental too, you can hear it's played up there. So if you want to play it up there with the album version, if you're playing with a band or someone else, it sounds pretty good up there. But I recommend if you're playing it by yourself, you play it down here where I'm going to show you. It just sounds a little bit better. But just keep that in mind that the actual album version, the piano is higher. So the first part we'll teach you the right hand. We'll teach you the melody because it follows the guitar melody, so it's pretty simple to learn. The entire time on the right hand, though, I am playing C. So I'm playing C and then another note. But C is the constant. But forget about that for now. We're just going to focus on the melody. So G, F, E, F, A, G, F, E, B flat, A, G, F, G, F, F, E. So pretty much notice the pattern is it's going down, comes back up a little bit, goes down, goes down, goes down. It's pretty much it's just going up and then going down. So now I'll add the C in there. Play it slow. So I recommend practicing that until you pretty much have that down, because adding the left hand in is going to be a little bit complicated. The good thing about the left hand is it's all chords, but the way you transition to those chords is pretty much 1 note at a time, so it makes it a little bit easy. So first chord is C, F, A. Next chord, move the C up to D, D, F, A. Next chord, move the A up to B flat, D, F, B flat. So see the pattern here? You're just moving 1 note at a time. So from here, you have D, F, B flat. You're going to move the F up to G, play D, G, B flat. Then move the D up to E, play E, G, B flat. And this way you break the pattern a little bit. You're going to go down and play DFA. And then down here, you're going to go back to the pattern a little bit. You're going to play B flat, F, and G. And then move the B flat up to C. C, F, G. So, going over that again. CFA. DFA. DF, B flat. DG, B flat. EG, B flat. DFA. B flat. FG. C. FG. So those are chords right there. I recommend pausing the video and just practicing those until you pretty much have them down where you can. Once you get them down, memorized, it's actually pretty simple just to go through because you're pretty much just moving up, one note at a time, then, changing here and there. So once you have both those hands pretty much down separately, we're going to put them together. So left hand is actually doing, has a pattern to it in the album version. It's playing it twice. Or it's playing it 1, 2, and then it's playing that twice. So 4 times each. So for example, it's going 1, 2, 1, 2. Kind of a bouncing thing again. So 1, 2. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll say 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. It does that before it transitions to the next chord. So left hand alone would sound like this. So just if you remember that, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then pretty much the right hand is just going to fill that empty gap that we have. So like that. And pretty much one thing that confused me when I started is I naturally, as soon as I changed my right hand, I wanted to change my left hand, but you need to remember to hold that. So for example, you don't want to change there. It's too early with the left hand. You want to hold it. So if you can just remember the left hand, you're playing it 4 times, you'll be good. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, like that. So this is kind of hard getting it together, but just do it slow and then speed up as you go along. So the whole thing nice and slow sounds like this. Then you're just going to repeat that. And then when you come to the next part, right before the first verse, it changes at the end. So we have... Once you get to here, so instead of playing that part, you're going to play this. I will say too at this point, I did use a sheet music book for reference for pretty much everything here, but I'd say a lot of it I've done by ear, so some things might not be 100% accurate, but it's really just the best I could work it out. So that being said, this next part is going to be, I'm playing the same exact thing in the left and right hand, same chord, new way. It's going to be F, B flat, D. And what I'm doing in the right hand is I'm just going back between the chord and then the C, and then back to the chord. So D, C, D, like that. Then here I'm playing C and A in the right hand, then transitioning to a C chord in both left and right, which is E, G, C. E, G, C, E, G, C. So that's what I do. There might be a few things, like I said, here and there that you could add in there that might sound better. If that's the case, please comment below so others can try themselves. That's how I play it. then we're on to the first verse, which, believe it or not, is actually the same exact thing we just played with the melody and left and right hand. It's the same exact thing. So we're already good there. There is one small change, however. In the album version, you can hear when Chris says "Hope has its proof," there's an E played on that. But for the album version, we're going to move up here, like I said. So we're just moving everything up in one octave. So the album version. So pretty much that's the best way to simplify this without getting too confusing is if you're playing, 100% with the album version, you want to play that E note in there. You're going to replace the second time around of the CFA with E. That's it. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And then just go back to the normal thing you've been doing, the DFA. So, hope has its proof, just like that. So that E is on has its. So, no, nothing really majorly important. Just I thought I'd mention it, as you can clearly hear it in the album version. Not sure if it was a mistake in the studio or not, or whatnot, but it sounds really good. That's pretty much it. So that is pretty much it for this first part. Nothing major changes throughout there. Next part actually gets a little bit harder. We have the that part gets a little bit harder, so I definitely recommend practicing this first part before you move on, getting it down, because things on from here do repeat later on in the end. Alright, so that's going to do it for part 1. Go ahead and check out part 2. Link is in the description below. And be sure to keep an eye out for my community posts here on YouTube. And you can also follow me on Twitter at ColdplayKB. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.